Hey guys, so it's time for a video on Obamacare! Yay! Everybody's been asking me, why haven't you made a video on Obamacare yet? And it's because I really don't have that strong feelings either way. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people that do, and there's some people who are just so pissed off about this, and they're like, I hate Obamacare! Obamacare can just suck my dick! And then there's some people who are so happy, they're like, oh my god, Obamacare passed, I want to lay it down and make love to it, I just am so happy. Yeah, I don't really have that feeling either way, so it's like, what do I say in a video? I guess I'm just going to give you my opinion on everything and the pros and cons I see either way, because that's pretty much all I can do at this point. So some people's issue with this is the notion of the compulsory purchase of healthcare, and they shouldn't feel like they're forced into buying something that they consider a commodity, which I can kind of understand. I don't like feeling like I'm forced to buy something, but at the same time there's a completely different side of it. Because the previous sentiment, in a perfect world, would be completely something that I would agree with. But the truth is that we live in something far from a perfect world. The fact is that people who don't buy healthcare are taking a gamble. And they're gambling with everybody else's money. If they don't have some kind of emergency and they don't need the insurance, then they get the rewards. They didn't have to spend money on healthcare that they never used. And as everybody knows, whenever you gamble, some people win and some people lose. If you lose, that means that maybe you don't have health insurance, something catastrophic happened, and now you're in the emergency room department with no money. The emergency room still has to take you. So you're gambling now with everybody else's money, so you don't have health insurance. That money is coming from somewhere. Guess what? It's coming from everybody else who's paying for this. I see how some people think it is so evil to mandate everyone having health insurance. They feel like, how dare the government stick its nose where it doesn't belong, stick its opinion into my life and force me to do something that I shouldn't have to do. But is it not more evil to deny people who may have had some kind of pre-existing condition, which the insurance company has so much power in deciding who does and who doesn't get covered, whether or not there's a pre-existing condition that's even relatable to what they want health coverage for. For example, my dad had to have back surgery. He can't get coverage because of a pre-existing lower back condition that he had forever ago. Is it not more evil to deny him the right to have health insurance than to make people pay for their own? To me, it's just, they're not, both aren't really ideal, but to me one is clearly worse than the other. But another con I see to Obamacare is that I'm not sure how practical it is, in that we already have a serious and severe shortage of doctors. I know that primary care, especially in a rural area, makes the least amount of money. And there aren't a lot of people who share my sentiment wanting to still do that. So there is a serious shortage of doctors, primary care doctors, not to mention all doctors. If you have like a serious increase in the number of people going to see their primary care doctors without an equal increase in primary care doctors, what's going to happen? Is it even practical to have this much more demand when the supply is still severely short? We'll see how it happens. I mean, to me, like I said, which is worse? And I think that people who need health insurance not being able to get it, I think that's worse. And for everybody claiming that, oh, this is against the Constitution, please don't forget that the Founding Fathers instituted an elastic clause that allowed for change. They knew that things wouldn't be the same forever, and that the Constitution will need to be updated as time progresses to fit the needs of the changing world. So to say something is unconstitutional and cut it off at that and not allow for any kind of change is kind of illogical, and that's not what was intended either. And another thing that I would like people who are staunch Republicans, I need you to remember that Republicans had office for a long time. And during that time, healthcare was still shit. It still needed a lot of help. And during that time, the Republicans in office sat on their hands and did nothing to improve the healthcare system. So it really bothers me when people who are extreme Republicans get pissed off and say things like, tyranny. What were you doing? Did you not think tyranny or something else extreme whenever there was nothing going on to improve the current state of our healthcare system? Was that not wrong? And now that something is trying to be done to fix it, it's tyranny. So don't complain now that somebody else is trying to do something, because you had your chance. Obviously I lean towards the change just because I want to see if it can help things. I want to see if it can improve and make things better. And as many of you know, I'll be a doctor in 3 years. I know that if this continues, I will make less money. And I don't fucking care. I really don't. I want what is best for everyone, Not just for me. I'm not gonna sit here and go tyranny because I know I'm gonna make less money, significantly less money. I'm okay with that. I mean, call me an evil socialist or whatever you want because of that, but that's how I feel. And if you don't like what I had to say with me trying to be as open-minded as I possibly could be, then go ahead and call me a socialist asshole, that's fine. But I'm really not to the degree of wanting to lay it down and make love with it, so sorry, there will be no lovemaking on this video, and there will also be no dick sucking in this video because I am not that extreme one way or the other. Sorry to disappoint. So, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and thanks for watching. Bye.